So, finally, HBO is announcing that they are going to create a new masterpiece in cinema. They are going to adapt J.K. Rowling's book in a TV show, something that was never been done. We will finally get to see Harry Potter on the big screen. Except it has been done already. Right. The reception for this, overwhelmingly negative. I mean, on one hand, you have the people that are unhinged, that went after VTubers because they wanted to play the Wizards game. Yeah, those same people are still assert. They do not want to buy or watch or have anything to do with J.K. Rowling because she gets royalties from this, right? So they have gaslit themselves into believing that J.K. Rowling is committing transgenocide. I'm not kidding. This is legitimately what they think. And I asked one of them, if left unchecked, when will it be completed? And the answer that I got was to be blocked. I don't know why they don't want to elaborate on this. I mean, it's their thesis, right? It's what they're claiming. And when I engage with them in the most positive and good-natured faith possible, they decided to block me. So the left doesn't like it. Now, the right-wingers, they don't like it either because we know the shit that they're performing. It's like, no creativity. Like, if you have to get Harry Potter and remake it, it means that you do not have the confidence that your writers are capable in creating something new. So if you do not have the confidence, why should I watch your shit? The only reason you're doing it is to wokeify it. That's pretty much what people are saying on Twitter, and I'm not surprised because, as you can see here, we are committed to inclusive, diverse casting. For every role, please submit qualified performers without regards to ethnicity, disability, race, sexual orientation, gender identity, or any other basis protected by law, unless otherwise specifically indicated. Like, first of all, when casting for actors, the law actually allows for you to discriminate. There are like very few cases where the law, society, and common sense allow us to discriminate. Like, for instance, swimming pools. If you want to have a swimming pool for women only, it is discriminatory for non-women, but it is legally allowed. A nightclub that rejects customers, like, they allow the pretty women in, but if they see that you look like a douchebag, or they see that you're kind of a wimp, they can choose to bounce you away. That's why they have bouncers, right? So, like, there are situations where you can discriminate. The role for an actor, like if you want to cast someone as President Barack Obama, yes, you can discriminate and only hire a black man. If you want Anne Frank as the role, you can choose to discriminate against Wesley Snipes. By the way, I'm still waiting for that inclusive movie where Anne Frank is going to be played by a black man. I would actually go see that. I would, all of a sudden I would support inclusivity and diversity. But all jokes aside, right, like what they're basically saying is that they are going to cast literally anyone, anywhere, except where specifically indicated. I assume like Voldemort is going to have to be the straight cisgender white man. But other than that, they can cast Harry Potter as a black person in a wheelchair. Because they have absolutely no creativity. Like, this is the marketing thing, is to annoy the audience. Like, I can guarantee to you 100% that either Hermione or Ronald Weasley is going to be casted as a black person because they're red-haired. But other than that, they need to make absolutely sure that under no circumstance they cast a black person as a white guy. Because, like, that would be racist, right? Like, if you have a character that's black and you race swap them, that is the epitome of racism. But if you have a white character, you can cast them as black. That's fine. Now, they're doing this for several reasons. Number one, the government grants, right? Like, government enjoy that rich American diversity. The second one is investor money. BlackRock and Larry Fink enjoy also that rich American diversity. And finally, they do it because they don't have talented writers. Like, I could actually make a TV show that has that rich American diversity, and it would also convince people to go see it. And I would also bank on nostalgia. So how would I do it? The world of Harry Potter is immense. You do not have to remake the books. You do not have to do what was already made, and it was already made good. What you would have to do would be to focus on another country. Like, from J.K. Rowling herself, we know that there are other schools of wizardry. and Hogwarts is just the one for the United Kingdom. Why not focus on the one from Asia? Like, focus on the Japanese school of magic. Because anime is already popular. People are already gravitating towards Asian culture now. So you can actually mix Harry Potter with Asian culture. And you would have like different characters that are there. You don't have to cast a single white person. And you can just focus on melding Asian folklore with Harry Potter. And you would have like a different way of thinking. They would be like more collectivist. Like all the wizards would focus on not bringing dishonor to their family. And you can even have a story where one of their father does something bad, and now it's reflected on the child, and there's a lot of pressure on him just because he's from that family, you know? Like you can focus on and create interesting drama and interesting scenarios, and you can have like a different architecture, and you can have like different spells and different stuff. And then you can even have a competition where you have like people from Hogwarts coming over and competing there. Like, that is just so much cool shit that you can write, and you can have your rich diversity as well, while at the same time not keeping it boring and stale. Why are you telling the same story that has already been told? And it's not been that long ago. Like the Harry Potter movies, you can watch them today and they are still entertaining. They haven't aged. Like, I get, remaking Dune the movie because the original Dune looks like shit. The special effects are bad. It's very old. It's very dated. Like, we can tell that it's not as good as it can be made today. Which is why the new Dune is actually good and amazing. It's great. But there's no reason to remake Harry Potter. In fact, there is no way that they can make it as good as the movies. There's nothing that they can add in the TV show that hasn't been done already. So, I do think that it's going to fail. I think it's going to fail because the left doesn't want to support it. I think it's going to fail because it's going to be woke. They won't be able to help themselves. They're going to be cheeky little shits when it comes to the marketing. They're going to be like, oh, the only reason you don't want to watch this is because you're a racist. It's like, yeah, but you can't guilt trip people into giving you money. You can guilt trip people into silence. You can guilt people into obedience. But you can't guilt trip them into actually spending their time or their money in order to watch your production. So it's kind of sad in a way, because I would have loved to see a story in the Harry Potter universe that's true to the books and it's different than the books. Like maybe Harry Potter, the new generation, or again, like it would be cool. Like, what is the school from Africa looking like? Like, they could focus on voodoo and African folklore and a lot of cool stuff that's from there. Or Asia. I wouldn't do America, though. That would be lame. But still, like, they could actually do something interesting. But instead, though, they have no talent. It's a cash grab. Like, this looks like a cash grab and is going to flop. Let me know what you guys think, though. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.